Young Roman, Senator Waytha Moorthy, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department in charge of national unity and social well-being. Young Muhammad Dr. Yusuf Yaakob, Minister of Education and Innovation, Sabah. Yang berbahagia African Country, Dr. distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Selamat pagi, selamat datang, salam sejahtera. At the outset, let me extend a very warm welcome to the Honourable Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Young Muhammad Senator Waytha Moorthy, for taking time off your very busy schedule to be with us to address today's National Education and Learning Summit. We believe that today's forum will discuss a number of critical issues and challenges facing Malaysian education. We have purposely changed the title of today's summit to Education and Learning because I think what is perhaps most important for education is to be student-centered, and that's where learning becomes a lot more important than just teaching. Hence, we have renamed this as the National Education and Learning Summit that perhaps would have a more student-centered outcome. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the major challenges facing education today is the promotion of national unity. We need to be able to inculcate national unity right from young, from kindergartens to primary, secondary schools, and universities and institutions of higher learning. And this is why we have invited Young Muhammad Senator Waytha Moorthy to deliver the keynote address at today's summit, so he can share with us his thoughts and perspectives on strengthening national unity, particularly in our schools and institutions of higher learning. Our education policy must unite our nation and not cause divisiveness and disunity. There are, as we all know, several pain points in education, and we are happy that we have here with us today Sri Pokon and Datin Satina, who are members of the National Education Advisory Council, who are all good men and women to be able to also share with us their thoughts and perspectives on moving forward with Malaysian education. And hopefully, they and other members of the National Education Advisory Council will be able to provide good, useful advice and inputs to the Minister of Education so that collectively we can overcome these pain points in Malaysian education and comprehensively reform Malaysian education. I think we all know that we need root and branch reform of education from primary to secondary schools and to our universities and institutions of higher learning. I would perhaps like to suggest that the 4 A's challenges are perhaps critical for educationists to address. And to me, these 4 A's are affordability, accessibility, accountability, and autonomy. And these 4 A's perhaps must also be supported by the 3 Q's: quality, the quest for excellence, and the questioning mind and attitude among our younger cohorts. Digital disruption in education needs to also be factored in. The impact of information technology, artificial intelligence, big data, and ODL, open distance learning, will transform education. Internet learning and MOOC, massive online courses, would also have a big impact on tertiary education. At the same time, I think there needs to be greater PPP, public-private partnership, in education. So we hope that These and many issues, such as university, industry, collaboration, employability of graduates, the role of national schools, pedagogy and curricular reforms will be discussed and debated at today's summit. We also hope that today's summit will discuss the way forward for Malaysian education. Your views and your feedback will be compiled in a report which we will submit to the Ministry of Education and the Economic Action Council for their due consideration. Lastly, I would like to once again thank Young Woman Senator Waytha Moorthy for opening today's conference, and to Young Woman Dr. Yusof for closing the conference later this evening. I must also thank all our speakers and moderators for your willingness to be with us today, to share with us your wealth of knowledge and information. I hope that all participants will have a meaningful and informative conference. Lastly, I must thank our corporate sponsors for your continued support of today's conference. Sekian, terima kasih.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now it gives me a great pleasure to invite our guest of honor to deliver his keynote address entitled Cultivating National Unity Through Education. Please give a warm welcome to Yang Berhormat Senator Waytha Moorthy Polosami, Minister at the Prime Minister's Department.
Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dato' Dr. Michael Yeo, President Kingsley Strategic Institute. Yang Berhormat Dato' Dr. Yusof Yaakob, Minister of Education and Innovation Sabah. Tan Sri Dato', Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning, salam sejahtera and salam perpaduan. I am grateful to be invited here today for the National Education and Learning Summit 2019 to address a distinguished audience who are passionate about education. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Kingsley Strategic Institute, KSI, for its initiative in organizing this summit. A special thanks to Tan Sri Michael Yeo, President of KSI, for inviting me to give the opening keynote address. I also wish to thank all of you present here today for taking your time off your schedule to attend this event. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, some of you might be wondering what the Minister for National Unity and Social Being has to do with education and learning. I firmly believe that education plays a crucial role in contributing towards national unity and building a framework for social well-being. A peaceful and united country with happy citizens provides the foundation which enables healthy education to take place. At the same time, good education is necessary to enable and sustain unity and practice good social well-being. Therefore, the importance of fostering national unity through education cannot be underestimated. I am thus glad that Tan Sri Michael saw the significance of this correlation and extended this invitation to me. To illustrate the importance of national unity even further, it would be appropriate to examine its definition. Only then can we begin to understand what constitutes national unity. What does it mean to be a national? What does it mean to be a nation? What does it mean to unite? And how is it like to be in unity? Only when we answer these questions can we realize the value of national unity. First of all, a country is merely land area marked by borders. It is a geopolitical entity. On the other hand, a nation means much more. It is a unified social community led by a sovereign government. A nation is its people. However, the concept of a nation by itself is too impersonal. Within a country, ethnic groups find solidarity within their own communities due to their own unique cultures and histories. Although they live in the same land, they may not necessarily have strong cohesion with one another and may not readily identify as being part of the same group. This is why unity is important. Unity, on the other hand, is defined as being in the state of full agreement. As you know, Malaysians come from various races, religion, and backgrounds. We vary in terms of ethnicity, religion, culture, belief, and history. But although we come from different backgrounds, our diverse cultures form a beautiful picture. And together, we are able to achieve great things. We have to rise above the present challenges and unite all our fellow citizens from a myriad of backgrounds to create a better Malaysia. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, while we look at improving the standard of education in Malaysia, there has been worrying trends that are affecting unity in this country. More and more, we are seeing our society being pulled apart and polarized. This is not by coincidence, but unfortunately by design. Certain quarters are playing up and exaggerating racial and religious issues, making spurious and unsubstantiated claims and painting a false perception that their way of life and beliefs are under threat. They pretend to champion the rights of others, when in reality their actions are motivated for their own selfish gain. History has shown time and again that if left unchecked, ultimately it is the people who will suffer. I urge fellow Malaysians not to be deceived and manipulated by these quarters. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, education and learning needs to go beyond the day-to-day knowledge and skills development and move towards one of mutual understanding and empathy. It is not enough to be book smart. The polarization we see in many parts of the world, be it from radical terrorists to far-right nationalism, is often orchestrated by those who are educated. Many of these individuals are highly skilled and intelligent, perhaps even graduates from respectable universities. This demonstrates that education, if not nurtured with the values of mutual respect and understanding, can lead to the creation of individuals who can do great harm to society by spouting divisive values such as racism, bigotry, sexism, and xenophobia. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, our education must take a step back and consider a model that incorporates more than grade chasing and knowledge accumulation. There is nothing wrong in championing one's uniqueness, be it in race, religion, or culture. But it does become wrong when we make enemies out of those who are different from us. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our learning philosophy must rediscover the value of social and interactive learning through the introduction of programs that encourage people of diverse backgrounds to work and live together. The polarization propagated by adults often finds its roots in our childhood. This is what happens when we stay within the confines of our communities and fear venturing beyond to learn and experience the customs and cultures of others. While this desire to venture beyond our comfort zone should be voluntary, perhaps we need to look into ways to more forcefully encourage better interactions between our various groups in society. And where better to drive this initiative than in a place where young Malaysians from diverse backgrounds come together to learn right from wrong. A place which can foster unity and cohesion, and where each and every one of us has a stake in our schools. A school should be a place where we can find a salad bowl of cultures, all mixed together, but at the same time able to pick up the uniqueness of each other. Elements that create polarization and divisiveness need to be identified, explained, and managed. New methods need to be devised to increase interactions among people. We need to share our traits in order for others to understand us better and respect us. From this foundation, we will become more sensitive towards our own words and actions, of the impact it may have towards our peers of different ethnicities and religions. The change of behavior is what we want to see, where we are more respectful of each other's differences. Once this is achieved, we can then educate our young to reject intolerance and bigotry. Too often, the majority remains silent when another is being wronged or victimized. This only gives strength to the aggressor and encourages them to continue with their actions. Only by standing up for the oppressed can we foster a more harmonious society. Racism and bigotry are akin to a disease, and if it is not nipped, will spread and grow, eventually becoming irreversible for all the wrong reasons. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, I wish to reiterate that national unity and cohesion has a major role to play in education, just as education is one of the crucial building blocks for the creation of society with a strong social well-being structure. Similarly, quality education is an important prerequisite for building national unity through the teaching and practice of proper human values and ethics which respects and accepts our various ethnic, religious, and cultural differences. I hope all of you here today will play your role to introduce more unity programs in your respective places of learning. The Department of National Unity and Social Wellbeing welcomes your idea and practical solutions on how we can further strengthen national unity. Once again, I thank KSI for giving me this platform to share some thoughts on cultivating national unity through education. I hope that each one of us can, in our own way, make concrete initiatives to bring our people closer together for better and stronger Malaysia. I wish you all a productive summit. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.